Game Pass this April is kicking off with a bang. We just got some awesome games released today. We have a lot more in the coming weeks, including one super high quality story-based title you guys don't want to miss. With that, let's jump right into it. We got a big game today. MLB The Show 22 is now available via the cloud and consoles. This year, the road to the show continues to be the ultimate career mode with essentially your own baseball RPG experience, which is pretty crazy. We have the Diamond Dynasty, also the fantasy card collection gameplay. It's got a new mini season mode, but one thing that I love about this year with MLB The Show 22 is the cross-platform play alongside cross progression. So if you happen to own like a Nintendo Switch or something, you could play it there, then jump on your player on Xbox. So to me, that was very exciting to see. Typically, what is a $60 game on a yearly basis, guys, is completely available with your Game Pass subscription. I've been a huge fan of this franchise for a half a decade, and I couldn't recommend that more. If you guys are not a baseball fan and maybe you're a fan of cricket, Cricket 22 is also available today via Game Pass on consoles and the cloud. This year's title is bringing in all new game mechanics, new commentary, and a narrative-driven career mode. So we got some serious story involved with your cricket experience. Now, if you're a big fan of cricket, this game will certainly be up your alley, especially since this year is all about the next-gen version of this game. Jumping to our next game, we have Chinatown Detective Agency. This is a narrative-based adventure that has you playing as Amira, an ex-cop who just opened up her own agency. But the cool part here is you choose your clients, you travel around the world, and you're solving cases. Each case that you tackle has its own narrative branching storylines. All the while, you have to manage your agency and make sure that the time that you spend and the money that you spend is all done wisely. It's a new game, one that looks like, in my opinion, a really super fun one. It hits Game Pass on April 7th for the cloud, console, and PC. Now, Panzer Corps is a deep World War II strategy game featuring a massive branching campaign with 60 unique different scenarios, 1,000 different units, and a deep strategy turn-based game where your decisions are really what are going to determine the outcome of all the battles. Now, this game features a very comprehensive scenario editor that you can mess with and have other players enjoy what you end up creating. There's also, of course, a full online mode where you can play alongside your buddies against the AI, or you guys can play against each other. If you're looking for a fun strategy game, this one might be it for you, as it arrives on Game Pass on April 12th on PC. Now, a huge new game on this list, this is a big one, is headed to Game Pass, is none other than the newest intro into the Life is Strange franchise in Life is Strange True Colors. If you've never experienced this game or this franchise, I think you guys are in for a treat. It's a full-blown narrative-based title where your decisions, including those tough decisions you end up making, are going to change the course of the story you're in. Here you play as Alex Chen, who is trying to uncover the truth of her brother's supposed accident, but she also must embrace her supernatural powers to help her solve the case, but she's actually been suppressing those powers for quite some time. I can actually tell you guys firsthand, the story in this game is absolutely top notch. Of course, I'm not going to give you guys any spoilers, but trust me, it's damn good. It also comes in with thousands of positive user reviews. So since this game released last year, it's really been getting a lot of accolades. If you guys are interested in a complicated but well-made story, this game will be available to you on Game Pass on April 12th on consoles, cloud, and PC. All right, and with that, we have some EA Play games that are on Game Pass already, like available through the console, but they're going to be releasing on the cloud here soon. Dragon Age 2 comes in here, the red-headed stepchild of the franchise. This is actually a game that I enjoyed about a decade ago. It's not as good as the first one, not even close, but here you play as Hawk, a refugee seeking to escape a darkspawn-plagued land. By now, this game will certainly show its age if you jump in there today, but if you're wanting to get into the Dragon Age franchise and see what it's all about, it's a solid title. It's going to be available on the cloud on the 7th. Then we have Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. This one's already available on the consoles, but if you wanted to play it on the cloud, it's going to be available on April 7th as well. Then a big one here, maybe somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but Star Wars Squadrons is going to be available on the 7th for the cloud as well. This has only been previously available, I think, with PC Game Pass, but now you'll be able to jump into the cloud to experience what I think is a heck of a game, maybe even slightly underrated. It has some very intense dogfights you'll be experiencing, a very cool, awesome Star Wars story available to experience in the single player story as well. So I think this is going to be a good one. Finally, the last confirmed game headed to Game Pass from EA Play is Lost in Random. This one's coming on April 14th to the consoles, cloud, and PC. This is an action-adventure game and it is an EA-published title with a very unique fantasy story that has you playing a girl trying to save her beloved sister, but you have this like really unique little companion in Dicey. Essentially, a dice companion is going to help you engage in the battles using, I guess, like the power of the dice and the roll of the dice to determine pretty much some really unique things that are going to just happen and transpire throughout your game and the actual combat. Now, the game launched last year to some very awesome user reviews, but it also has a Metacritic score of 78. So this is a game that I haven't played yet, and I'm going to be diving into this one myself, and it certainly brings a unique flavor. With that, guys, this is just the first half of the Xbox Game Pass games coming this April. We already have quite a few days into this month, so really in about 2 weeks we're about to hear the next set of games. Let me know which games on this list you're excited for, and if you guys want a list of the best games for Game Pass, check out the video on the top left.